There are things in life that weigh us down, things we carry for far too long without realizing how much they are holding us back. Some of these burdens are habits, some are thoughts, and others are people or circumstances that no longer serve a purpose in our journey. But the truth is, we cannot move forward if we are still chained to what is behind us. Imagine walking with a heavy backpack filled with unnecessary weight. At first, you might think you can handle it, but over time, the strain becomes unbearable. You feel exhausted, overwhelmed, and unable to reach your full potential. Letting go is not always easy. Sometimes we hold on to things because they feel familiar, even if they are harmful. Other times, we convince ourselves that we need them, that without them, we will feel lost. But true growth requires making difficult choices. It means recognizing what no longer aligns with your values, your faith, or your well-being, and having the courage to release it. Think about a tree that bears fruit. For it to remain healthy, sometimes the gardener has to prune its branches. This may seem harsh, but without this process, the tree will struggle. The same applies to your life. If you do not remove what is unhealthy, it will eventually drain you, preventing you from flourishing. Now, consider this. What is it that you have been holding on to? What thoughts, habits, or relationships are limiting you? What have you been afraid to let go of, even though deep down, you know it is necessary? 1. Negative thinking. One of the heaviest burdens we carry is negative thinking. It creeps into our minds, convincing us that we are not good enough, that we will never succeed, or that our past mistakes define our future. These thoughts limit us, making us afraid to take risks, to grow, or to believe in ourselves. They distort reality, making even small challenges seem impossible to overcome. But the truth is, negative thoughts are not facts. They are merely perceptions shaped by fear, past experiences, and self-doubt. When we allow them to dominate our minds, we build invisible walls around ourselves, walls that keep us trapped in anxiety, regret, and hopelessness. The way to combat negative thinking is by replacing it with truth. Instead of focusing on your failures, remind yourself of your strengths. Instead of dwelling on what you cannot do, recognize what you have already achieved. It takes discipline to shift your mindset, but once you do, you will realize that many of your limitations were never real in the first place. Psalm 1 verse 2 says, "But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night." This reminds us that what we focus on shapes us. If we fill our minds with negativity, we will feel defeated. But if we choose to dwell on wisdom, hope, and faith, we will find strength. 2. Toxic relationships. There are people in our lives who drain our energy rather than uplift us. They might be manipulative, controlling, or constantly critical. They might make us feel unworthy, always reminding us of our past mistakes rather than encouraging our growth. These relationships, whether with friends, family, or romantic partners, can be incredibly harmful. It is difficult to accept that some relationships are not meant to last. We may hold on out of loyalty, fear of loneliness, or the hope that things will change. But if a relationship consistently brings more pain than joy, it might be time to let go. Walking away does not mean you do not care. It simply means you recognize your worth. Surrounding yourself with people who genuinely support and respect you is essential for a healthy, fulfilling life. When you distance yourself from toxic influences, you create space for genuine connections, ones that bring encouragement, peace, and love. 3. Fear of failure. Many people stay stuck because they are afraid to fail. They do not take new opportunities, do not step out of their comfort zones, and do not chase their dreams because the idea of failure terrifies them. But failure is not the end. In fact, Failure is often the very thing that leads to success. Every mistake teaches a lesson, every setback builds resilience, and every disappointment refines us. Think about a child learning to walk. They fall many times before they succeed, but they never stop trying. They do not see failure as something to be ashamed of. They see it as part of the process. If we approached life with the same mindset, we would achieve far more than we ever imagined. Holding on to the fear of failure keeps you stagnant. It makes you choose comfort over growth, safety over purpose. But the truth is, nothing great ever comes without risk. If you want to live a meaningful life, you must be willing to step into the unknown, trusting that even if you fall, you will rise again. 4. Regret and guilt. Regret and guilt are like chains that keep us bound to the past. We replay moments over and over in our minds, wishing we had made different choices, said different words, or taken different actions. While it is good to learn from mistakes, dwelling on them endlessly only brings suffering. No one is perfect. Everyone has moments they wish they could change. But the past cannot be rewritten. What matters is how you move forward. Instead of allowing regret to weigh you down, use it as motivation to make better choices today. Instead of letting guilt consume you, seek forgiveness, both from others and from yourself. Psalm 103 verse 12 says, "As far as the east is from the west, so far has he removed our transgressions from us. If mistakes can be forgiven, why continue to punish yourself?" Let go of regret. Release the burden of guilt. Accept that you are not defined by your past, but by what you do in the present. 5. Unhealthy habits. Not all habits are obvious. Some are small behaviors that, over time, have a huge impact on our lives. Perhaps it is procrastination, spending too much time on distractions, or avoiding responsibilities. Maybe it is unhealthy eating, lack of exercise, or not getting enough rest. These habits seem insignificant at first, but they slowly steal your energy, motivation, and health. Breaking free from bad habits requires awareness and commitment. The first step is recognizing them. The next step is making conscious changes, even small ones. When you start replacing unhealthy habits with positive ones, you'll feel stronger, more focused, and more in control of your life. It is not about perfection. It is about progress. Every small step towards a healthier, more disciplined life leads to greater strength and well-being. 6. Comparing yourself to others. Comparison is one of the quickest ways to lose joy. It makes you feel inadequate, as if you are always behind, always lacking. Social media, in particular, has made this worse. We see carefully curated highlights of other people's lives and believe we are not measuring up. But comparison is a deception. It blinds you to your own value and distracts you from your unique path. No two journeys are the same. Each person has different experiences, strengths, and challenges. Focusing on what others have will only make you lose sight of what you have been given. Instead of comparing, focus on growth. Focus on being better today than you were yesterday. Psalm 139 verse 14 says, "I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made." If you truly understood your worth, you would never waste time wishing to be someone else. Embrace your strengths, accept your journey, and walk confidently in your own purpose. Letting go of these 6 things is not always easy, but it is necessary. They hold you back from becoming the person you are meant to be. When you remove them from your life, you make room for joy, peace, and growth. You allow yourself to move forward unburdened, free to embrace new opportunities, new perspectives, and new blessings. Letting go is one of the hardest things we can do, yet it is also one of the most necessary. So often, we become attached to thoughts, relationships, and habits that no longer bring us peace, yet we struggle to release them. We tell ourselves that we can handle it, that things will change, or that letting go means giving up. But the truth is, carrying unnecessary weight only slows us down. It drains our energy, keeps us stuck in the past, and prevents us from stepping into the future with clarity and strength. The difficulty of letting go often comes from the illusion of control. We hold on to regret, believing that if we think about our past mistakes enough, we might somehow rewrite them. We cling to relationships that harm us, hoping that if we just try a little harder, the other person will change. We refuse to step out of our comfort zone, convinced that playing it safe is better than the possibility of failing. But none of this brings true peace. Instead, it leaves us in a cycle of frustration, anxiety, and exhaustion. Imagine trying to climb a mountain while carrying a heavy load of unnecessary supplies. The higher you go, the more the weight slows you down. Eventually, you become so exhausted that you cannot take another step. This is what happens when we refuse to let go of the things that hold us back. But the moment you start to remove what is not needed, you feel lighter. You move forward with greater ease, and what once seemed impossible becomes achievable. Many people struggle with the idea of letting go because they believe it means they have to be completely ready. They wait for the perfect moment, the right feeling, or a sign that tells them it is time. But the truth is, you will never feel fully ready. Growth is uncomfortable. Change is difficult. If you wait until you feel completely prepared, you will wait forever. Letting go is a decision, not a feeling. It is an active choice to say, I will not allow this to control me any longer. Regret is one of the greatest burdens people carry. We replay past decisions, wishing we had acted differently. We dwell on missed opportunities, words we should have spoken, or mistakes we wish we could erase. But no amount of regret can change the past. The only thing it does is steal the present. The more time we spend looking backward, the less energy we have to move forward. Instead of focusing on what cannot be changed, focus on what you can do today. Every moment is an opportunity to create a new beginning. Fear is another powerful chain that keeps people stuck. Fear of failure, fear of the unknown, fear of what others will think. It whispers in our minds, convincing us that we are not good enough, that we are not ready, that we will never succeed. But fear is only as powerful as we allow it to be. The greatest breakthroughs in life happen when we push past our fears and step into the unknown. Growth does not happen in comfort. It happens when we take risks, even when we are uncertain. One of the hardest things to release is toxic relationships. We hold on to people even when they hurt us because we fear loneliness, because we feel obligated, or because we have convinced ourselves that things will change. But staying in relationships that drain us only delays the healing we deserve. Walking away does not mean you do not care. It means you care enough about yourself to choose peace. The people who truly value and respect you will not require you to compromise your well-being to maintain a connection. Comparison is another weight that prevents us from fully embracing our own path. It is so easy to look at others and feel as though we are behind, as though we are not doing enough or being enough. But comparison is an illusion. We only see a small piece of someone else's journey, never the full picture. The truth is, no two lives are meant to look the same. Each of us has a unique purpose, a path that is meant only for us. The moment we stop comparing and start embracing our own journey, we find peace. Letting go is not about losing. It is about making space for what truly matters. When you release negativity, you make room for joy. When you walk away from toxic people, you create space for meaningful connections. When you stop fearing failure, you open the door to success. When you let go of regret, you allow yourself to fully live. It is a process, and it takes time. But with every step forward, you will feel lighter, stronger, and more free. Letting go is not a single moment, but a journey. It requires patience, courage, and a willingness to step into the unknown. There will be moments when you question your decision, when fear whispers that you should turn back, when comfort calls you to hold on just a little longer. But the truth is, freedom is found in release. The moment you stop carrying what is not meant for you, you will feel a weight lifted that you did not even realize was there. You were never meant to live burdened by regret, fear, or comparison. You are not created to remain stuck in toxic relationships or unhealthy habits. Your life is meant to be filled with purpose, peace, and growth. And sometimes the only way to step into that life is by making the bold decision to let go. It will not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. And as you walk forward, lighter and stronger, you will realize that everything you let go of was only making space for something greater. If this message has spoken to you, take a moment to reflect on what you need to let go of in your own life. Do not let the past, fear, or negativity hold you back any longer. Step forward with faith, knowing that a lighter, freer, and more peaceful life is waiting for you. If you found encouragement in this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss another message. Give this video a thumbs up to show your support. And if you are ready to live in alignment with Christ, type Amen in the comments below. Let this be a declaration of your commitment to walk in faith and let go of what no longer serves you. Also, do not keep this message to yourself. Share this video with your family, friends, or anyone who may need a reminder that it is okay to let go and move forward. You never know who might be struggling in silence, needing just a little encouragement to take that first step. Stay strong, stay faithful, and remember, you're not alone in this journey.